The Boy Who Forgot to Pray. In a peaceful village surrounded by palm trees and golden light, there lived a cheerful boy named Omar. He was kind, clever, and loved to play with his friends. But Omar had one habit that worried his parents. He always said, "I'll pray later." When the adhan echoed from the mosque, he was too busy playing football or drawing in the sand. His father reminded him gently, "My son, Salah is the key to peace. Don't delay it." Omar would laugh and say, "Don't worry, Baba. Allah understands. I'll pray tomorrow." He'd always promise, but tomorrow never seemed to come on time. One day, after playing all afternoon, Omar came home tired and fell asleep before praying Asr. In his dream, he saw himself walking through a quiet, empty village. The mosque was there, but its doors were closed. He heard the adhan echoing, but this time no one came out to pray. Omar ran to the door, but it wouldn't open. He called out, "Wait! I want to pray now." But the voice of the muezzin slowly faded, and everything around him grew dark. He sat down and began to cry. Then he woke up suddenly, his heart pounding, and the real Maghrib adhan filled the air. Tears streamed down his face as he whispered, "Ya Allah, please forgive me. I will never miss a prayer again." From that day, Omar changed. When the adhan called, he ran happily to make wudu. He stood on his prayer mat, calm and focused. After each salah, he felt peace in his heart, a kind of peace he had never known before. Omar grew up to be a kind, humble man who always reminded others, "Never delay your prayer. It is your connection to the one who created you." And he smiled and said, "Because when I pray, I feel close to Allah. And that's the best feeling in the world." Salah is our daily reminder that Allah is near. The one who guards their prayer guards their heart. The Boy Who Forgot to Pray, Part 2, Omar, becomes the Imam. Years passed, and Omar's commitment to Salah was a steady light. That peace he had found on his prayer mat grew into a thirst for knowledge. He spent his days at the mosque, learning the deepest meanings of the Quran and the Sunnah of the Prophet, peace be upon him. The village elders and the beloved old Imam saw how sincere and humble Omar was. His heart was pure, and his knowledge was vast. They didn't see the boy who used to delay his prayer. They saw a young man ready to lead. When the time came for the old Imam to retire, the entire village turned to Omar. "Lead us in prayer, Omar," they asked. Omar felt both fear and honor. "I only ask for Allah's help," he whispered. And so, the boy who once forgot to pray became the Imam. Imam Omar was unlike any Imam before him. He never spoke from a high pulpit. He sat on the floor with everyone else, his voice calm and clear. He taught the children about the love of Allah and the beauty of forgiveness. One day, a bright boy named Khalil struggled to memorize a verse from the Quran. He felt frustrated and wanted to give up. "I'll try again tomorrow, Imam," Khalil mumbled, hanging his head. Imam Omar sat beside Khalil. "I know that feeling, Khalil," he said gently. "Once, when I was your age, I thought I could pray later. I learned that later often becomes never. Our good intentions must always be paired with immediate action." "I am your Imam, but I was once the boy who struggled the most," Omar confessed. "My biggest mistake became my best teacher. It taught me humility. I will never forget that I am simply a seeker, just like you." Khalil's eyes widened. He realized that a leader wasn't someone who was perfect, but someone who knew how to learn from their journey. He picked up his slate and, with a fresh heart, repeated the verse. Imam Omar's greatest teaching was always this: never think you are too good, too busy, or too smart for what Allah has prescribed. Serve with your whole heart, for the highest station is the station of a servant. And so, the boy who once delayed his prayer became the kindest imam the village had ever known. He taught everyone that the greatest lesson in life is that everyone can change, and the greatest honor is to humbly lead others to the peace of Allah.